Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carlin. We have been foster parents for a couple of years now, and we are getting relicensed at the end of the month. So I've been just like pulling things out of the garage and just thought I'd do a little highlight of things that I really enjoy when it comes to having a newborn placement in your house. Let's get started. So the first thing I'll mention is baby wearing. I love baby wearing. I love this little more structured carrier by Happy Baby. I have tons of colors and different patterns. You can actually get suck pads on Etsy that are super cute and really fun. I love them, and they can match your carrier like so. Another baby carrier that I love is the Solly Baby Wrap. Really soft. They have, again, other patterns and colors which are really cute. I believe that babies in foster care especially need to bond with their caregiver, and this is a great way to do it. I highly recommend practicing with a baby doll or a stuffed animal on wrapping it on yourself and then putting baby in first before you have a real baby. That helped me a lot. When I finally had a real baby to use this on, I got it perfectly the first try. So definitely practice with the wrap, but I highly recommend Solly Baby. Another thing are burp cloths, which are up on my top shelf. I don't want to get down, but burp cloths are definitely a must. I love my weighted wipe dispenser. I use this thing every day. So awesome. Just a quick overview of the things that I send with the child for visitation is a visitation diaper bag. I bought this for like $15 off a marketplace. I highly recommend not sending the child with things that you love, you spend a lot of money on, because not every parent is kind to your things. So what I put in here is just a thing of wipes. I do 2 or 3 diapers. I do a change of clothes. I do a couple of bottles with water and formula. I do pacifiers sometimes, and maybe a couple of toys. It depends on the case and what CPS wants the parents to bring. The other thing is the Hatch sound machine. I loved this for the newborn phase. It helped kind of drown out the noises and things that newborns make, because I would anticipate baby was gonna wake up and start crying when I would hear noises, when in reality they're just active sleeping. And so this helps me get a good night's sleep with drowning out the baby noises. So I do recommend. I have found that it is not as necessary for our son as he's gotten older. We don't really need it anymore for him. He uses his Tony's music box for sleep instead, those little sleep Tonys. So we just found that we no longer need this. So I probably will take it out of his room and put it in my room once we have a newborn in the bassinet. So when it comes to sleep, one item that I can't track down right now, but I know I have somewhere, but I'll put a picture of it, is the Magic Merlin sleep suit. Love that thing, especially if your agency doesn't allow you to swaddle babies. This is a really good alternative to that. It helps calm that startle reflex, and it definitely gives them a better night's sleep. It worked really, really well for all of my babies. So if you are able to swaddle, I highly recommend a Swaddleini. This is a like 3D knitted sock for a baby. Super cool. Follow the gal that makes these on Instagram, and she's hilarious, and she demonstrates on how to use it. Basically, this part right here goes on their chest, their head is up here, and their arms go through these little sleeves, and they're kind of sectioned off sleeves. And so you basically scrunch it up like a sock, and you put it over baby like this, and make sure that this is on their chest, and then you just stick your arm through, and you can pull their little arms down into the sock, and they are still able to move their arms around. It's not necessarily a traditional swaddle. It provides more movement, but it works the same, and it's very soothing, and this worked really, really well for my babies as well. Another product that I'm really excited about is the Duna baby stroller. This is going to be super convenient for visitation. If somebody comes and picks up the child for a visit, you don't have to have a car seat base in order to install this into the car. So I'm very excited about this development. I have not used it yet, so I cannot attest to its usability or durability. Facebook Marketplace, don't sleep on a good deal. So we're gonna come over here to my bedside and show you my egg light. This thing is awesome. This really helps with those night feeds without being too bright or waking up your partner. This is great. I just recently bought a wipe warmer. I cannot attest to if it's useful or not, but I never had one, and I kind of wish I did with our last kid. So I've heard mixed things like, oh, there's the most useless thing ever, or they love them. My son is banging pots and pans. TV monitor, I just have the basic VTech one that's not Wi-Fi. So our baby bassinet is from Do a Design, and again, I got this for a fraction of the price on Facebook Marketplace. I like the fact that it's mobile and you can move it. So yeah, that's our bassinet. So we're gonna come over here into the kitchen and kind of go over my routine with bottle making and things like that. I have the Mom Cozy bottle warmer. And what I do with my method is that I actually pre-mix all of my formula for the day in a pitcher, and I store it in the fridge first thing in the morning. And then what I do when I need to feed baby is that I grab my bottle. These are from Thigh Seed. I really like these. They feel very realistic and they're anti-colic, so air vent on the bottom, and you just plug it with this thing in order to warm it up in the bottle warmer. So what I do is I fill this up with however much I need, put the cap on, put this cap on, come over here with the bottle warmer, stick it in, hit the button, and warm up my bottle when I need it. This sanitizes as well, so you can clean the bottles and you can sanitize them in here. I used to have a baby Brezza, and I would have swore by the baby Brezza for a long time. It was a must for me at the time. And over time, as I was starting to use it, the heating element went out and we had to repair that. And then the formula started to harden and cake underneath the wheel. No matter what I did, it would just start doing that. And then it was starting to get moldy around the rim, no matter how much I cleaned it. And so I just got tired of battling that all the time. I also started to not trust that it was dispensing the right amount. That was the last straw for me. So I got rid of the baby Brezza, and now I do the pitcher method with pre-mixing my formula with what I need, putting it in a pitcher in the fridge, and pouring my bottles as I need them and warming them up in the warmer. My method for overnight sleep is going to be preparing a bottle ahead of time, putting it in the warmer, and this has a keep warm option on it, so I can actually put it by my bedside and keep it warm for up to 12 or 24 hours or something like that for a long time, and I will have a bottle ready to go for night feed. Other product that I want to talk about was the Snuggle Me. Now, they do not sell these in the US anymore, and I'm sorry, but you cannot take this away from me. I love my Snuggle Me, so come and get it. So you might think that you don't need a boppy pillow because you're not nursing or anything like that, but this was really helpful. By the time a baby turns 6 months old or 7 months old, you can actually like sit them up in this a little bit and feed them without it killing your arm when you hold them. So I would actually set it next to me like this, and then prop the baby up like this, and then hold the bottle, so that way my arm wasn't dying as they got heavier when I was feeding a baby. Now, when it comes to baby clothes, you never really know what you're gonna get. You might get a girl or a boy. So what I do is that I wait until we get a call, and depending on the child that is coming to our home and they give us a time, then I can see how much time I have to go make a mad dash to Target. So usually what I do is that I go run to Target real quick, I grab just a few outfits to get me by for a few days, and then I make a bulk order on Carter's that night. So just to get some seasonal things and some clothes that the baby needs. So you do get paid as a foster parent, and so that monthly pay that we get for the child has helped me be generous for the child. So I will make a clothes order, I can get good bottles, I can get products, and I use all of that for the betterment of the child. Other products that I love, I'll put pictures of them right here because I don't know where they are at the moment, is the Love Every baby playmat. Love that thing. I also bought it on Marketplace, so you don't have to pay full price for these things. You can buy them at a bargain price. So this was not an exhaustive list by any means. It was just a highlight of things that I love and have found useful, and some things that were specific for foster care. So if you found this useful, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more foster care content. Love you guys. See you next time.